Hey, I was making something yesterday and I thought about how this could be a lesson for parents working with children and how it relates to something in the Bible. So yesterday I was working on banana bread. We had some old nasty bananas that were hanging on this banana thing right here. And they were brown and they were gross, and fruit flies are starting to come around. And so I thought, well, I could throw them away, which my husband almost did, or I can make banana bread with them. So I got some ingredients and began that. So these are the ingredients in the recipe that I used. On their own, they don't taste so awesome, right? If you just had salt and tasted salt, maybe put a little bit in your hand, not so great. But salt on chicken or salt on chips, or if you've ever had something unsalted, you realize how important salt is. Baking soda. Don't know if you've ever tasted baking soda. It's used to put fires out. It's used for baking. It's used to get yucky smells out, but not so yummy on its own. Vanilla, while you would think it would taste great, smells lovely. If you've ever had a little taste of it without it in something, pretty gross. Cinnamon, same thing. A few years ago, kids were doing that cinnamon challenge where they were choking, putting it in their mouth. But cinnamon on its own, it smells so wonderful. Reminds me of Christmas. But in something, it's better. I am not a fan of honey. Some people like honey on biscuits and on things, but not me. But it sure works well as a substitute for sugar. Flour, ooh. Eggs, when they're cooked, great, but raw, not sure. Milk is probably one of the few things here that you could taste, and it would probably taste okay. And then I also put in a fun ingredient at the end, which does taste good on its own. It was dark chocolate chips, but we ate them all, so they're gone. So you take all of these ingredients and you put them together in a bowl and you mix in the right proportion. A little bit of this. You only put a tiny bit. I think it was like a teaspoon of baking soda. Maybe it was a half teaspoon of cinnamon. It was a pretty good bit of honey. But it's not tons. It's in the right proportion, and it makes a wonderful treat, which I'll show you in just a minute. But it reminded me of something in the Bible. It's actually mentioned a few places in the Bible. We call it the body of Christ. This is in Romans 12. I'll read a few parts of it. For just as the body is one and has many members or many parts, and all the members of the body, though many, are one body, so it is with Christ. It says we're all baptized into one body, whether we're Jews or Greeks, no matter where you're from, what ethnicity you are, slaves or free, and all were made to drink of one spirit. We all have the same spirit. And then it talks about a few things that are kind of funny. If the foot should say, because I'm not a hand, I don't belong to the body, that would not make it any less part of the body. And if the ear should say, because I'm not an eye, I do not belong to the body, that would not make it any less part of the body. And it goes on and on, talking about if the whole body were an eye, where would the sense of hearing be? And if the whole body were an ear, where would the sense of smell be? This is kind of a fun part if you ever want to have your kids illustrate that. Think of Mike Wazowski on Monsters Inc. or Monsters University. That's what I think of the one eye. But if kids were to draw that, it's funny. The whole point of this is that we are all part of the same body, and that's the body of Christ. And every part matters, no matter how small. It can throw things off. Think about in your ear. If your ear isn't working well, if you have an ear infection or something, it throws off your balance and you have trouble walking. How important your eyes are. If you only have one eye that works, your other eye has to compensate. In the same way, the body of Christ, every part matters. In the same way as I made this recipe last night, every part matters. They're not so good on their own. Those old rotten bananas, nobody would eat them. But in a banana bread, they're fantastic. Baking soda on its own, yuck. But when you put it in here, it makes everything work together and rise and makes a great meal. So think about this. When you're talking with your kids, this is a great teaching opportunity. When you're cooking something, when you're baking something, to talk about the body of Christ in 1 Corinthians 12. And then when you finish, like on a cooking show, you have a beautiful batch of banana bread with chocolate chips. And it's so very yummy. And then you can enjoy it with your children as you talk about how all the body parts matter.